Second, you're gonna have to change your reading.
Yeah.
All right, let's call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Jersa.
Here.
Osterloo.
Yeah, here.
Genslinger.
Here.
Sonny.
Here.
Penny. Schmitz.
Here.
Allen. Larson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We have a proposed agenda before us that was handed out earlier. Is there anybody that would have a declaration of conflict of interest on that proposed agenda? Hearing none, let's move to the agenda.
Move to approve.
To approve as presented.
Second.
Okay, I didn't see it or hear it. Discussion on the motion? Hearing none, we're ready to vote. Roll call, please, Mark.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Jersa.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the minutes of the meeting of the 11th of July were also included in the packet of information that we have all received. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, I assume we're ready for a motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the minutes be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume we're ready to vote. Mark, please.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Jersa.
Larry?
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the next meeting should be scheduled according to the usual schedule, the 8th of August.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the date be set as the 8th of August. Discussion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor?
No, we have to go roll call.
Got to go roll call. Mark, go ahead.
Sonny.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Osterloo. Jersa.
Yes.
Larson.
Yep.
Motion carried.
All right, next item on the agenda is a variance. Darwin and Pat Kreth at 2709 Menzinger Court. Ethan Co-op Lumber, on behalf of Darwin and Pat Kreth, have applied for a variance for a combination of attached and detached accessory buildings totaling 3,036 square feet versus the 1,050 square feet to build a new detached accessory building of 1,656 square feet located at 2709 Menzer Court, legally described as lots 5 and 6, block 3, Woodland Heights Edition. City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota. The said real property is zoned Woodland Heights Planned Development District. And this is an amendment or a variance to the plan.
Yep, it was published in the paper. Neighbors were notified. There were 5 responses for it in the packet. There was 1 that didn't make the packet that was for it, which you have in front of you. So 6 total from the neighbors replying in favor of it. I did receive a phone call from one of the neighbors just questioning what they were doing there. It is going to be LP siding, shingles, overhang, same as the house. There'll be rock front on it with a concrete driveway going out in front of it. They just built the house not too long ago. The 1,300 square feet is of the existing garage that's attached to the house, and then they're proposing a new garage. So the total square footage is the 3,036 square feet of the combined. Dan from Ethan Lumber is here if you have any questions for him at all.
Dan, you got any comments for us?
No, just, it's still underneath what the new city guidelines are,
Right.
so.
Discussion.
It meets all setbacks and everything, no problem.
Yep, no problems with that. It's actually on 2 different lots,
I
so,
noticed that, which makes a difference.
yep.
Well, the house sits on 2 different lots too.
Yep,
basically,
yep.
So,
Yep.
do I hear a motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded that the variance be granted. Is there a discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. Okay, Mark, go for it.
Jerza.
Yes.
Osterloo.
Yes.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Number 8, conditional use permit, Matt Evers, East Spruce and Urbana Drive has withdrawn his application for a conditional use for multifamily dwelling, legally described as Lot 29 of Starlight Estates in the northwest border of Section 34, T103N, 60 or R60 west of the 5th PM, Davidson County, South Dakota. Said real property is zoned urban development. It has been withdrawn. Do we need to do it?
There is nothing that needs to be done by this board for it. We just wanted it on the agenda because it was published in the paper, so that it shows that it was withdrawn.
All right, let's move on to the next item. A plat of lots 3, 4, and 5 of CJM 3rd Edition, a subdivision of the northwest quarter of irregular tract number 3, in the southwest border of Section 32, T104 north, R60 west of the 5th parallel meridian, Davidson County, South Dakota, as requested by CJM Consulting. What's going on here, Mark?
CJM is parceling off 3 lots from their existing lot. They all meet size requirements for zoning ordinance. It's right on 407 in North Omen. You'll recall this area because we just did Lot 1 and Lot 2 of CJM 3rd, which had the pump house that you guys saw last week. So it's in that same area there. It is out in the county, but it's in the ETJ. It's our zoning jurisdiction. The county will hear it at their August meetings. Public Works has no issues with it at all. Chuck is here representing CJM if you have any questions for him.
Chuck, you got anything to add? Sounds like a done deal and okay with everything.
Yeah, I live there, and I've sold everything for a half a mile east of there and everything for a quarter of a mile north of there. This is the last 8 acres I've got, and I live there, and I'm not knowing if one person wants to buy all 3 of these lots, or 2 people, or I'm just preparing to sell my house in the next year.
Okay, good to know. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded that the plat be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none. Mark, please, roll call.
Osterloo.
Yeah.
Genslinger.
Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
Schmitz.
Yes.
Jerza.
Yes.
Yep.
Larson. Motion carried.
All right, next item on the agenda is plat Kelly Tracks 1A, 2, and 1A and 2, a subdivision of the south half of the southeast quarter of Section 36T104 north, R60 west of the 5th PM, as requested by the city of Mitchell. This too is probably going to be subject to county approval, is it not?
No, it will not. We actually annexed this in last year, all of the Kelly properties in city of Mitchell zoning, or city limits and zoning. There is an offer on the table to purchase some of the land out at the Kelly property, and it was conditioned on purchasing some more land from the city that we had for sale. We had tract 1 and the west 208.75 of the south 208.75 feet. Those were the 2 parcels that were being sold. They requested more land, so we are parceling off some more land to sell to that purchaser. You will notice tract 2 is not going to be landlocked because in the certificate of dedication there is a easement on the east side of that lot for 20 feet. So there is an ingress and egress that goes there. There is no approach there right now. We don't anticipate it ever being used, but we still have to show that there is something there in case in the future something happens.
Questions, discussion?
Did I hear you right? You said that shows up in the language, but not necessarily the graphics.
Correct, yep, yep. And we discussed whether it had to be on the plat itself or if it could just be in the certificate. We decided with this one, it could just be on the certificate. And the plat shall dedicate a 20-foot wide access easement for ingress egress to Kelly Track 2 within the east 20 feet of the west 208.75 or the south 208.75.
So everything's cool there, right? We don't have Mr. Attorney here, do we?
So the plan doesn't show it, it shows a 208.64 rather than 75.
Where are you talking?
The bottom side of track 2, is that where we're supposed to be looking? 208.64.
That's 208.64 feet that way. But,
At the section line.
yeah, they're going by the section line for the description of it.
There it is, I see it.
And I asked about platting that parcel off as well to clean it up, but with there already being a purchase agreement in place at that legal description, changing the legal at this point would be kind of a messy ordeal.
So leave it in the certificate. Other discussion or questions? We have a motion to approve
Second.
and a second. Discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I assume we're ready to vote. Okay, Mark?
Genslinger,
Yes.
Sonny,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Osterloo,
Yes.
Jerza,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Is there any other business to come before this body at this time? Seeing none, public input. If you need to address the planning commission on an item that was not on the agenda, excluding personnel items, please come forward to the podium and state your name and your concern. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes. Items will be considered, but no action will be taken. As there is no one coming forward, we are adjourned.